Well, you can see it and you can probably hear it under my feet. It's a cold, crisp, frosty morning. I usually like these mornings for decoying crows. It's quiet, it's still, and the ground is quite well frozen, so the birds can't get at their natural food source like earthworms, so they're more likely to respond to a nice free meal of a split open rabbit. Now, this farm doesn't keep any cattle. The only livestock he has is sheep, and before long they're going to start lambing. So I like coming down in these still spring mornings and try and take as many hooded crows and the occasional magpie as I can before the sheep are put out into the fields with the young lambs. Now, I have seen on more than one occasion the sort of damage that hooded crows can cause. If they get a lamb that's still weak in its feet, or a ewe that's rolled onto her back, heavily pregnant and can't get back to her feet again, they'll go for the eyes generally and blind them. So you can imagine they're not well liked with the farming community. Now, crows are quite an intelligent creature and very sharp eyed, so you need a good hide, and I like using one of these pop-up hides. This one's called the Bush, and it does keep you out of the worst of the weather now, but I wouldn't like sitting in it through an absolute blizzard. And once you drape a camouflage net over the top of it, it does help blend it into the hedgerow quite well. Now, I have dressed this camouflage net up with different coloured pieces of raffia dried grass, just to help break up the outline even more. Just making sure here I set the bait and the decoy out in the same direction as the hide is actually pointing. The bait, of course, as almost always, is a dead rabbit, split open, and made look as if something, i.e. a fox, had killed it the night before and abandoned it for some reason. And the rifle I'm using, well, it's a trusty old Ruger 1022 Custom. I say trust it, but it usually does hit exactly where I'm aiming. Just the reliability lets you down, but I think that's a given with any semi-automatic 22s. I've been very tempted at times to trade it in for a more reliable bolt action at times. Ammo, we're using 22LR Winchester subsonic hollow points, and the scope is an old Deben DMP 2-10x50. I honestly don't know what I was doing here. I must have been half asleep not to notice this bird come in, though he did come in very quietly. Also, the sound of the stream gurgling away just in front of me does muffle a lot of the sound, but I'm just making excuses really. When I finally noticed him and got the camera zoomed in on him, he was away. That was a badly missed opportunity. But it wasn't long till he was back again. This time though, I was very hesitant with any movement I made inside the hide. Even to the point of zooming the camera in very slowly. But it's almost if he's looking in my direction, and he's away again. I don't know what was spooking them, but they were being very, very cautious this morning. The magpie was the first to return to the carcass, and followed shortly by not one, but two hooded crows, probably a mated pair. I thought I would give the birds a little time to settle, as it really felt as if there was something they didn't like in my position. They kept staring my direction. They quickly chased the smaller magpie off the carcass, and then started to feed. So I slowly brought the rifle up onto aim. The more dominant bird started to feed. The other bird seemed quite nervous around it, waiting for its opportunity. They were both quite fidgety, hardly standing still enough for a shot, until this third bird landed. He was a lot more calmer, giving me a far better opportunity for a solid shot to the heart. And down he went. I'd only shot the crow 2 or 3 seconds ago, and the magpie was already back at the carcass, trying to take advantage of the situation and grab a mouthful or two before he flew off. It wasn't long before he came back again though. A free meal like this was probably too good an opportunity to pass off, and he probably wanted to grab as much as he could before the hooded crows came back. But after already shooting one, I wasn't expecting them back, so took the opportunity when I had it. There's a small rookery nearby, and the rooks from it didn't seem at all happy at the sight of the 2 birds lying dead in the field. I hadn't seen anything for a while, so decided to leave the hide and set the hooded crow I shot up as a decoy, hoping to spark some more interest and give me another opportunity. I also retrieved the dead magpie I'd shot, in case the sight of it would put any other birds off from landing. Then gingerly got back into the hide, trying not to fall into the stream. Unfortunately, it wasn't one of the hooded crows that returned, but a magpie instead. But who am I to look a gift horse in the mouth? But he went from nice and calm till snatch and grab all of a sudden, and he was away. But now he's had a taste of the rabbit, he just couldn't resist coming back again for more. This time he was a lot calmer, no snatch and grab. So I took the shot and dropped him cleanly on the spot. Well, I've been sitting quite a while now, and there doesn't look as if there's anything else going to come, so I called it a morning. Now I just need to get out of the hide without almost taking a dunk in the stream again. Well, let's see how we've done. Rabbit. I split that boy open, made him look as if a fox or something had pulled him apart and left him. Try and make it look as realistic as possible. That's the last bird I shot. That magpie who was tucking into that rabbit. Took him behind between the shoulder blades. Dropped him on the spot. This is the one here I shot earlier. See, the bullet had a good oil impact on him too. Took him out of the way to try and reset the bait basically, and I got another magpie out of it. And that's the first bird I shot. A greyback crow, and set him up in the cradle as a decoy, and it worked. Got another magpie out of it, but I didn't get another crow. He was hit nicely below the shoulder in there. Came out the other side. He did manage to get about 4 or 5 feet, but dropped dead in his tracks. But oh well, greyback crow and 2 magpies, which is a decent success for this morning.